Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, you didn't guess it by the title of the video. This is the 302 that I've been building up for the past several months. And we're going to get fired up today because the last piece of the puzzle came in, which is the distributor. So, and the ignition coil that I'm going to have to run with it. And since this is in the final configuration, this is kind of just a cold start. Run up through when it's warm, show everybody how it runs, because this is going to be listed up for sale soon, and it's going to be, probably the best engine in the country of England for sale for somebody to buy, to stick in their vintage Mustang or Ford or Power, like an AC Cobra replica or something like that. And it's not getting any better than this. So just to break it all down, start from the top. This is seasoned 5-liter block, 20 thou over, hyper-eutectic pistons. There is a 28-ounce crank in here from an early 68 Mustang, and the appropriate modifications to the crank have been made to fit it in the roller cam block. It has a balance rotating assembly, a new harmonic balancer for early 289 for 3 bolts, new pulleys, new alternator. The heads are the Edelbrock aluminum Edelbrock Performers with the 202 intake valves that I had and ran on my coupe. So I know they are top notch, but they're pedestal mount, and there's nothing wrong with pedestal mount, but it is a performance limitation for myself in the future, what I plan on doing and building engines. But in this applications, they can run 100,000 miles and they'll be perfectly fine. So they have a new set of stock style rockers on it. The valve springs are still the originals from the Edelbrock Performers. New seals, guys have been checked. Valve guide or valve job has been done previously. I mean, I only had 2,000 miles on it, maybe not even, when the engine was running here. So the valve job was done. So just taking it apart, clean back up, everything was perfect, put it all back together. And that's what you got. So NGK plugs, brand new Scott Drake chrome hypo style dress up kit. It is a E303 camshaft hydraulic roller. I would have preferred a more stockish cam, but E303 is a darn good camshaft, so it's going to have a little bit of a lope to it, and it's got enough lift to make use of the heads, especially with brand new Blue Thunder air gap style intake manifold, brand new Pertronix flamethrower coil. So it's electronic distributor, but it looks just like a factory distributor. It's already curved by Pertronix. It has adjustable vacuum advance. It's as much of a nice distributor as you can get. It's even got a steel gear on it to be compatible with the roller cam. So new Cloy's timing chains, brand new aluminum water pump, new dipstick, even the carburetor. Here, I'll take this off. So brand new air cleaner assembly, brand new filter. I even have a 302 high performance decal if the new owner so inclined to use that instead of the 299. But completely refurbished and replated, and dyno and engine run tested Autolite 4100 carburetor. This is a 600 cubic foot per minute version. Bring it around and show it to you. So if you can see the 1.12, that's telling you about the Venturi sizes. So this is a 600 cubic foot per minute Autolite 4100 carburetor that's been completely restored. So I even converted it to a modern electric choke instead of the the heat riser tube that would come off the exhaust manifold. So this is just like any Holley or Edelbrock carburetor you would buy today. New filters, new fuel line, brand new yellow top coil and bracket, brand new fuel pump, oil sender extension is brand new. Everywhere you look, everything is new. Everything is as you would want it to be. Period, style correct to put in an early Ford Mustang or another Ford power vehicle. So this is going to be sold complete from the top of the air cleaner wing nut all the way down to the oil pan, sans headers. These are just stock 5-liter Mustang headers, so they're just it makes it a nice little compact exhaust system for my stand. You know, everything's going to come with the plug wires. All you do is hook your fuel line up to it, hook 12 volts up to it, you know, for your coil, power for your ignition, wire in your alternator and your starter, and this thing is ready to go. So, yeah, I don't know really what much else to say. It's not going to come with the bell house or anything like that. It's just a top to bottom detailed style crate engine. Because if you buy like a Blueprint engine, well, yeah, you could get it for a cheaper price, but everything is very generic on that, and you still are going to spend a fair bit of money getting it up to the standards and with complete dress and everything like that. If you want to, you know, put it in a car that's nice and already running and driving, and you can go like straight to a car show with this thing. So yeah, I even have like all the proper AMK hardware. If you have power steering on your car and you want to retrofit it on, all you have to do is take these thick washers right here off. There's one there and there's one down here, and you bolt your power steering brackets up to here, change it to a 2-rib pulley setup, and you're still set to go for that. So all right, this is stone cold. You know, it's sitting here all day. I only ran it yesterday to set the timing. The timing on this is pretty conservative. I checked it with the timing light. Advanced starts coming in around 2000, and so at 14 degrees initial, by 2000 it starts advancing, and you'll get to 34 degrees total at around 3200 RPMs. So that's what I checked and verified as I got it running. So let's get this thing fired up. This is not part of the equation, and let's see how this goes here. So I'll just give it a pump or two. I wish I had a throttle return spring, but when you hook up your car's accelerator pump, it'll have that in there. So just ignition power on. It's a little tinny to crank because it just has a little flex plate in there for an automatic. Since there's no torque converter, there's no heavy flywheel, it's actually a little more stumbly idling than normal, but it also revs really quick because there's no weight behind it. So let's see if that's enough to get it started. Turn on the alternator power here. PSI oil pressure cold. This is 5W30 oil in here. The bearing tolerances are nice and tight like a modern engine, so no thick oils in this thing. Okay. I do have catalytic converters on here to make it so I don't fume myself out in the garage. Squeeze through. Absolutely no noises anywhere. All right, I just tried to turn the microphone down a little bit, so hopefully you can hear me better over the sound of the engine. Yeah, just wanted to warm up a bit more before we do anything. This does read a little rich, or richer than it should. So this is a very old wideband O2 meter. Very quiet. Try to bring you down by the exhaust here. So because I have been running it, I probably have a few gallons of fuel run through it. But still, there's absolutely no oil leaks anywhere. I mean, all the gaskets are brand new. And you name it, it's new. Nice and stable, a little lumpy. Between the camshaft and the very light flex plate on here. I'm going to put the air cleaner back on just so it looks cool. Let it warm up for a little while we're fiddling around here. It's a very tight fit around this carburetor base. It's all the way down. Get about 180 degrees. Oh yeah, the thermostat did open. It was getting hot. Still good oil pressure, even though it's a 5W30 oil. Kick the fan in here. I would suggest putting a mechanical engine-driven fan on here to keep air constantly moving across the engine. Oil's still not very hot. Yeah, I just want the throttle return spring to keep it the idle just all the way down, but well, it's warmed up now, so that tachometer is very, very slow. This is a very snappy engine. I would rate this 340 to 350 horsepower as it sits, no problem. So in the car, through the drivetrain and everything, I would hope that you would get at least 300 horsepower to the rear wheels. And that is a very nice engine, because you start getting any more than that and you're going to start having drivability problems, startup problems, hot start problems. You're going to have to start sacrificing temperament for performance if you go any higher horsepower beyond what's right here. So yeah, it'll sit there at idle like that all day long. Bring that down a little bit more, but I mean, as this engine breaks in some more, you're gonna have to do your own tuning, probably get it, the carburetor rejetted. I don't know if I would play the timing anymore, but you know, let's change the oil soon after you install it, or whoever gets it to install it. I mean, this engine will go 100,000 miles. I don't have any doubt about it. So, because everything is very stockish. It even has the more modern fuel-injected hypertechnic pistons, which has the thinner piston rings in it than traditional. So, yeah. What else is there to say? I'll give you a couple more wraps here, and. Now it's warmed up, the idle's a little bit more stable, hold around 850. Once you get a heavier flywheel on there, it'll stabilize out. And that is warmed up. The oil pressure is still holding about 53, 54 psi. That's about it. So yeah, great little motor. Be up for sale real soon. I think today is April the 4th, 2025. And yeah, just so you know it's here, whoever's going to be buying it, they can, before it comes off the stand, hopefully if they want, they can listen to it and we could talk business. So anyway, not a really Fox Body centric vibe or anything to this video, but it's hey, it's my channel. I can do what I want. So, but here it is. And if you got any questions, send me a message, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.